Hey everybody, Big Mike here, as always, coming to you live from my, not live, but coming to you today from my office. I'm trying to make sure that this sits nice and level and we get to talk about it. So, I've been hard at work on the office trying to make sure that it looks nice, that it's a comfortable place for me to work, to sit and work, to do pretty much a little bit of everything, whether it's my writing or whatnot. You might hear in the background right now, a little music going on. That is, it's an ambiance video. It's one that I ran across the last couple of days. It's called Rainy Night Coffee Shop Ambiance with Relaxing Jazz Music and Rain Sounds. 8 hours long. And I've got it going just because I like it. It's kind of nice, relaxing or whatever. Truck's been in the shop all week last week. Been nowhere. I've been here at home working on trains, basically. You saw in the last video what I was doing, and I actually haven't even been working on that. I did sell a car today. I sold my 1983 S10. I put the Lincoln Town Car up for sale. I'm uncomfortable in it for some reason. It's something about the geometry, about the way I sit, and the way that I sit in the front seat. It really hurts my left knee, and it was kind of odd. I put it up for sale. I put the S10 up for sale. I got probably 50 or 60 messages on the S10. And I've had 4 on the Lincoln. That's it. And I had one person, last weekend and this weekend, I had one person out of both weekends that came to see the Lincoln Town Car. It's a great car. You've seen videos of it. Clean, 86,000 mile car. I'm not trying to sell it to you guys or any of you guys. If somebody wants it, you can hit me up. But I'm asking $45 for it, and apparently nobody wants to buy the car. So I think I'm stuck with it. Same as I am with the Mercedes. I thought I was stuck with the Mercedes. Apparently the other stuff that I have, the other junk that I have, people are absolutely mad about. So the S10 was a pickup truck that belonged to a very good friend of mine. Back in the, he bought it brand new in '82, drove it until he died, and had all kinds of problems. Huge oil leak, leaked about a quart of oil every 20 miles or so, and finally just realized I was never going to get around to doing what I wanted to do with it. I called the guy's son a couple times, offered it back to him. He didn't have anywhere to put it, so he's happy with what he's got. I'm happy kind of with what I got, and the guy that bought the S10 today, and I followed him home with it because we had to tow it there. Wouldn't run to get it home, so we towed it to his house like 6 miles away, and he's happy with what he got. He's got a very good plan for the truck. It's going into its second life, so I'm a little upset that I sold it. Part of my personality that I have is that I don't like to leave projects undone. I don't like to fail at things. I accept failure as being a part of life, but I don't like to fail, and I don't like to leave projects undone. The other thing is I anthropomorphize inanimate objects like this, not in a not in a inappropriate way, but I believe that cars, somewhat that they have a personality, that they develop a personality. And I'll tell you a story about that. My grandmother did it too. She believed that cars had a personality. And they had an old 1952 Plymouth Cranbrook for a long, long time that my grandfather bought from his father. And they drove that forever and a day. My mother remembers going to school in the 1970s and 80s. Or 1970s. And I think they parked it sometime around the time I was born. My grandfather and grandmother, I didn't come from a rich family. And my grandfather and grandmother would go through cars in and out, But they had this 52 Plymouth. And the story my grandmother loved to tell, especially when I was a kid, was about the time that her sister came from California with her boyfriend to visit. And they needed a car to drive. And so my grandparents had 3 or 4 cars. And they loaned them the 52 Plymouth. That was the car that they had that was extra. And if they wanted an extra car to drive, they had access to the 52 Plymouth. So my aunt, Janice, certainly thought that cars had a personality. And her and her boyfriend, they get in this car and they start downtown into Dallas to go get something to eat. And he's complaining about the car, just complaining about the car constantly. It's an ugly car, this, that, and it was rusty, and the paint was fading, and it needed work, but it was a horrible car. And my Aunt Janice kind of said, you should stop. You should stop. And he goes, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? About that time, the radio cut out. And this is the story I heard when I was a kid. About that time, the radio cuts out. Oh, you stupid car, son of a gun. He's like hitting the dash, trying to get the radio to come on. And he hits the dash and the headlights go out, you know? Oh, stupid car, blah, blah, blah. Just insulting it. She's just sitting there like, I'd stop if I were you. I would stop. He's like, that stupid car, blah, blah, blah. And about that time, the engine cuts off. And my aunt swore up and down that he's cussing and swearing in the car. He gets out, kicks the car. He gets back in. He's just cussing and swearing because now they're stuck. They're on their way. They got reservations at this real nice restaurant in Dallas. They just want to try. And he's cussing and swearing about this car and everything. And she goes, "You could fix it." He goes, "How am I going to fix it? Look at me. I'm dressed in a suit." Da, da, da. And she goes, "Apologize to the car." He goes, you fucking crazy? I'm not going to apologize to the car. She goes, "Apologize to the car." So he's sitting in the front seat. He goes, "I'm sorry. I apologize, car, for the amount of trouble that I've given you and the fact that I've been complaining about you, blah, 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 blah." She goes, "Nope, that's not good enough. You gotta mean it." The eventual story that I heard was that she made him get out of the car, get on his knees in front of the car, and apologize to the car. They were in the middle of a busy highway, or not a busy highway, but in the middle of a busy road in Dallas. And so he gets out and apologizes to the car. The engine starts, gets back in the car, engine fires right up, lights come on, freaking radio comes back on. So when I was a kid, I fully believed and was basically taught that cars had personality and that you had to treat them nicely because if you didn't, they were going to get you. Not necessarily get you, but they were going to cause you problems in life. So with that being the case, I have anthropomorphized cars in that way. Ever since I bought my first car. I've gotten rid of a couple cars, but I don't like doing it. I feel like I am betraying a car. I feel like they're safe with me when they're with me. And that I will always I'll always do what I can to take care of them and everything. And I probably put a little too much emphasis on that. But I can't say that I wasn't sad to see the S10 go today. And I did feel like I had betrayed it a little bit. But one of the things that I came up with as I was driving away from the guy's house after I helped him get the truck back to his house, was that there are other cars to buy. There are other experiences to have. And as much fun as I've had with the cars that I do have, I should be selling them off to other people and letting them experience that fun as far as that car is concerned, and moving on to the next fun car, the next experience that I could get. So I don't know if that means everything's going to go. I don't know if that means nothing's going to go. I don't know if that means that I'm going to buckle down and start trying to have experiences with the cars that I have. Or if I'm just going to pass them on to the next person with the hopes that they're going to have a great experience with the car. But that was the way I felt today. And I just thought it was an interesting idea. As far as truck's concerned, still in the shop. It's ABS, BS. I'm alright, money-wise right now. So we're okay, but I'd like to get back doing something. So, I might be able to pick up a shift or two somewhere this week if I end up having to spend another week here, which I might do. Might go to the trolley barn, see about picking up a shift or two. I might go to, might call a couple other places and see about doing that, but, until the truck's out of the shop, this is what I'm doing. Another project that I did get done was this little Bluetooth thing. So I'm going to show you guys this. I don't know if you can see this or not. Here, it's plugged in. So this is as far as it's going to come. And I don't want to move the iPad to show it to you. So there you go. X-Link BT. Okay, and what the X-Link BT, see these two wires coming out of it. Okay, what the X-Link BT does. This is a great little device. You should look it up if you're into doing what I've done with it. Great little device. And what you should do is you should look it up. And what it does is it connects to a landline telephone. So I have it connected to my old rotary telephone. Because I wanted a rotary phone in my office. And it has a dial tone. It's got a dial tone right now. and it Bluetooths to my cell phone, so I can get and I can receive phone calls on this, and I can dial out, and I can use this. It's Pulse compatible. This is the old Pulse system. It's dial tone compatible, which I have a dial tone phone over here, but I used it for parts to wire up this phone. So here you go, one of those little slimline telephones from the late 90s or something like that. So I stole the wire out of this thing to wire up the rotary phone so it would work. And but dial tone, I love this thing. I've had this thing for decades. I can dial out. I have tried that. It rings when somebody calls. I wish I could show it to you guys now, but it's like 11 o'clock at night where I'm at, and to get somebody to call in to show you guys that it rings and everything would be kind of a pain in the ass. So, but it does work. That's what I'm gonna say, and it just adds a different level of ambiance to the office. And speaking of ambiance, let me show you. Like I've done a lot of work this week on the office, so I'm gonna move the iPad, because before it was too much work, but now it's perfectly fine. Hold on. So oh man, been working hard trying to get this thing cleaned up. You know, the space cleaned up. The closet's done. I've got it dark in here because I like the ambiance that I've got going on. My toolkit and everything. But check out the desk space. So here's the thing. This lamp here with the phone and the lamp. That lamp was my mother's lamp when she was a kid, and I've had it next to my bed or somewhere in my house since I started living at my grandmother's house back in 2004. I stole it and yoinked it. That's a new term that I'm coming up with, yoink. I yoinked it, and what I love about it is the childlike innocence, or the sense of adventure that you get from the lamp. You know, you see you see these two kids here. There's a duck here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. I'm trying to do this with the iPad, and it's a pain in the ass to do it. Sorry. So anyway, so if you look here, there's a duck here, and then there's a little boy, and then over here is a little girl that they're out on a big adventure in a balloon. And I've loved this lamp since I was a kid, and I love it now. But you can see rotary phone, computer. I've got my my ashtray here, my office, my desk, my workstation here. This is what it looks like and everything. Over there in the corner is a filing cabinet and a shelf. I put the printer over there and some other things. My humidor's over there now. So, like I said, I don't have the lights on right now just because I was actually going to probably write a little bit. This ambiance that I've got going helps me actually to focus when I'm writing. So that's probably what I'm going to do next. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I know it's not a very good video. I know it's just me talking about what's going on. I know I haven't showed anything about the office or doing anything. I might try to do something. I brought the GoPro home last week when I knew I was going to be here for the weekend, basically. And so I've got a project that I want to make. I haven't been driven to do it yet. So I might try to put lights in a model train or something like that. See if you guys enjoy that, or just put something out, you know. But that's pretty much it. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time. So I have to try to do this with I'm trying to hold the iPad and do it at the same time anyway. Okay, so anyway, you know the drill. Keep shining side up. See you down the road.